This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. So the two things, dynamic and object oriented, I will explain as part of the disadvantages. So, so this is the definition. Python is high level, general purpose, interpreter, and object oriented language. Dynamic and object oriented language. Now we will discuss about advantages of Python. The first advantage is platform independent. So this is we discussed already, high level. So write anywhere, run anywhere. So OS it doesn't matter, and you don't need to configure your system exclusively for Python, differently for different systems. Not like that. Simple. Install Python, write your program. Then take your program, put it in any other OS and any system that will be executed. No need to worry about the platform dependency and all, because Python is an platform independent language. Write anywhere, run anywhere. Write anywhere, run anywhere. And so coming language also supporting Python independence. I mean platform independency like Java and all. So yes, platform independency is a big feature that should be followed by all the languages, because only platform dependent languages are, we have a lot of problems with them. So that's why platform independence started with Python. I mean, it's coming as a platform independency. You don't worry about the OS what you are running and all. So you can directly install Python. You can execute the program, and you can take the program from your friend or your colleague or your anybody and take the program and you can execute. No need to worry about the platform. Now second one. Second advantage. This is because first advantage is anyway coming from all the languages, no problem. But second advantage, and second advantage, I can proudly say easy of coding. Easy way of coding. What is easy way of coding? Okay, so you can compare any language with Python. You can see that the code, I mean, if you know both the languages, you can see that Python code is very easy compared to any language. So that's why this is titled as a beginner's language. Python is a beginner's language. Everybody can learn. So everybody wants to start a new career in IT, they have to start from Python. So always people suggest to start with Python, because you will get an impression saying that yeah, software development is easy. But if you join in a Java or .NET, you feel like it is complex, because the keywords, the syntaxes, the rules, everything you are not aware that time. You cannot understand. But coming to Python, yes, very easy. Okay, so let me take a small example. During the advantages only, I will talk about other languages like Java and all. But once we start the Python, I don't talk about Java. Okay, don't think that Java is a prerequisite or C is a prerequisite or C++ is a prerequisite to start Python. No, no, you don't need to learn any language. You start before to start Python. You just need a Windows Word environment configuration and all. Just to operate, how to operate a computer is enough. Then we can start Python. Okay, but during the advantages, I need to take the help of the Java so that I can explain the advantages more. I mean, better way. Okay. Now, so there is a question: A equals to 20, B equals to 30. I mean, this was very popular entry question when I was searching for job in 2005. This was very popular question. So what they are expecting is output is B equals to 20 and A equals to 30.
Srini, sorry to disturb you.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry to disturb you. I just have a doubt.
Yes, tell me.
I'm actually an aerospace engineer.
Okay, okay,
I'm never ever related to IT sector.
okay, okay,
But the thing is, uh, during my mechanical designing and analysis and all,
mm-hmm.
I want to automate my things. Okay, by doing some script.
Okay, okay,
So because that I was into some structural analysis and all, um, there is there are instances usually while we are designing and doing some analysis
okay,
where we do some uh, like
okay,
it is at least 3 to 4 hours process depending on the complexity of the problem. Okay.
okay, okay,
Uh, so I just want to automate that thing. For that, I need to learn Python. Okay.
okay,
Very
okay,
honestly, I am completely zero in IT.
okay,
I
okay.
don't even know C because it's been 10 years that I have completed my BTech, so I don't know
Mm-hmm.
anything.
Okay, okay,
Yesterday, when I tried to ask my friends and all, they have suggested me to learn the concepts only concepts of core Java. So, what is the difference between Java, Core Java, .NET, and Python? Like how these three are related to Python?
No, no, three are three different languages. It's something like Odisha, Telugu, English, Hindi. Simple.
Okay.
Odisha, Telugu, English, Hindi.
Oh, okay.
How are you can be converted into these three languages like to Odisha, to Telugu, to Hindi or not. The target is to ask the guy, how are you? In
Okay.
four languages, but the output is same. What you're asking is same, but the thing is different. Simple. Your automation task is same, but how we are implementing is what we need to discuss. Okay, you want to choose Telugu? Yes, that is Python. You want to choose English? That is Java. You want to choose Odisha? That is .NET. That's all. Output is same. Now
Okay.
coming to the differences, since you are zero, but I will tell you only one thing. If you want to know the differences, you feel one difference among all these three languages like .NET, Java, Python. Then if you are zero, then everybody say, yeah, please go with Python because Python is easy compared to other two languages like Java and .NET.
Okay.
Okay, anybody wants to start career uh, as a developer, please suggest them learn Python. No need to suggest them to join in career IT, but ask them to join in institute to learn Python. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, and coming to you, yes, zero knowledge is the perfect knowledge for Python actually. But if the guy has both all the Java .NET knowledge, he feel like some complexity. Will compare. He may coming to the that syntaxes and all. There is a small confusion with them. Since you are
Okay.
zero, you will have only one language in your mind. You will have all the only one syntaxes in your mind.
Okay. Okay.
But you have to spend at least 2 hours per day to learn this one. Not only Python, any language. But if you're
Oh.
learning Java, you need to spend 4 hours or 5 hours, but Python 2 hours is enough.
Okay.
But when you stop the 2 hours practice, you need to stop about your career point also. Because once you stop the practicing the Python or Java anything, you need to stop your career goal also. It will never be completed. That is the stage we are right now in. Heavy
Okay.
competition, a lot of things are happening. Suddenly client changing his mind and clear.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, as I said, no prerequisite to learn Python, C, C++, nothing. Just Windows, how to operate a Windows system is enough.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, during the advantage, I will take the example of Java and all, don't worry. But once I start the Python classes, I will not talk about any other language, only Python. So there was a popular entry question in 2005. They are asking like that. These two are the inputs. I need output this one. Can anyone tell me Java code or C code for this? If anybody aware. So this meaning what they are asking? What is the question? Swapping the numbers. They are asking swapping the numbers. Anybody aware? I mean, C freshers? Any fresher? I want to swap the numbers using C language. Tell me 3 lines of code. Anybody? Java code. Anybody? Please tell me, please, because I want to show something there. So I want to swap the numbers A to 30, B to 20. B value should come to A value should come to B. Any idea? Anybody? Yeah. Okay, so this was a popular entry question. That time Python is not in the picture, only Java, .NET, C, like that. So what people used to do, they will take a temporary variable, says temp. Okay, in the temp they will put A. So what is the temp value right now? After executing the 11th line statement, what is the temp value? I don't like this. Yeah, 20. Now say A equals to B. Now what is the A value?
Same 20.
30.
30, yes. Now, so what is the B value now?
20.
20.
Yeah, we done right. Finally, we got the output A is 30, B equal to 20, right?
Is
Yeah.
equal to B. Just a second.
This is the code in C. This is the code in C, Java, and interview question also, very popular interview question.
B is equal to 20.
Yeah, we change it, right? B equals to 20 now, A equals to 30 now. After execution of 11th line, 12th line, and 13th line, if you print the output of A comma B, then you will see A is 30, B is 20. In C, Java, anyway. But if you go for a Python interview, the interviewer cannot ask this question. He can't do this. Because second line, the advantage I have highlighted that easy way of coding. Why interviewer will not ask this question? Yes, interviewer will not ask this question because Python answer is very easy. This is the Python answer.
Oh, okay.
Simple. So what is this training? This is double parameter assignment. So now first one will go to B, second one will go to A. That's all. And as I said yesterday, my career total, how my career started and all. So I'm the one of the best example in my company right now because I came as a Java developer. I joined this company as a Java senior software engineer. Later I joined in Python project. Still the people are asking for me to come back to Java projects. I'm not going. My manager is still asking me, can you please come to the Java project? Because how can I come back? How can I go into the complexity mode? My life is now okay because I'm doing well and programming is easy and saving lot of time. And why I will take the risk? And this is moreover cloud computing. And the Python is very easy. I will show you all these things. As you know, both the things, how can you come back to Java? Because Java is again different and it's complex. This is the advantage. Now, second advantage. Second one I will show you. What is your answer?
Hmm.
11th line. It's a simple English sentence. What is your answer?
Yes.
Yes. Right? Because Sri is there in Srinivas, right? Yes. Let me
Yes.
convert this English statement into Python statement. Okay. Now remove question mark. Simply say print. So this will give me true. What happened? How Python is giving true to me? If you remove these three, it will give me false. What is this? Because in is a command in Python.
What? N is a?
In is a command in Python.
Okay.
What is this training? Yes, Python people are developer friendly. Whatever the commands they have taken, they are clearly understandable to the developers. It is not a mixed words, complex words. So if you heard that word, you need to Google it. What is that tendon? But Python is not like that. They completely try to give the best possible keywords so that people can understand easily. In is a command in Python. It will check the same thing whether Sri is there in the next word or not. Simple. Left side word is there in the right side word. I will explain everything later, but don't worry. This is just advantage I'm showing. But in Java, you need to use a method. It contains lot of things and all. No, not required. Simply say in command. In is a command in Python. But actually, that is English sentence. I converted into Python statements within 2 seconds. Within 2 seconds, I removed the question mark and asked Python print that value, whether it is there or not. It will print true or false. Simple. Clear? Any doubts? And third advantage. I bet in all the 60 batches of my career, now your 61st batch, I'm just again I'm giving a bet to you. Give me any Java program to me. If we Java program or .NET program has 200 lines, I will convert into Python code within 125 lines. 70% I will complete. I mean, I will make that 100% of code in Python, same thing with less number of lines. 30% of the lines I will show the difference. Python is very, very easy and you can write the complex code in within less number of lines. So 20 lines of Java code, give it to me, I will convert into 5 lines. I showed you also now a comma b equal to b. Like that, we have a lot of things are there in Python. Very easy. So in very easy, very easy. Why do we need to join in Career IT Institute to learn Python? Simple. Then why do we need institutes and all? Why can't we learn on our own? Yes, you can learn on your own. Yes, you can learn. But the thing is, you are looking for a job, right? You need to have some real-time scenarios. How exactly this will happen? If you learn something, yes, you will get the knowledge of that one. But how we can implement? What are the scenarios? How we get this type of things? What are the other things that I can highlight apart from this? That is where you need institute. You are a 10th class student or intermediate or degree first year, then yes, learn on your own with someone help because that is for your curriculum. But now this is for job. And you may have put the fake experience of 3 years of fake experience, but how to crack the interview? That is only possible with the institutes. Not only myself, anybody. Because they will give the real-time scenarios. How exactly this will be implemented in real time. And interview questions, lot of discussions will happen. That's where you need institute. That's all. Third one, readability. Very powerful advantage. You cannot understand right now, but once you join in a real-time Python project, yes, you will definitely understand. Okay, so what is this thing? Yeah. So if you are joining in a Java project or any project, what actually people do, first 3 days, 2 days HR formalities will be completed. After 2 hours of, after 2 days of HR formalities, then HR will introduce you to the project manager. Project manager will take you to the onboard and he will do a lot of things. And then after that, what he will do, he will assign some person to give the knowledge on project, what exactly the project can do. But after giving the knowledge, then they will give the code base to you. Code base meaning what is the Java files they have. Then they will take the file by file and they will try to explain. Because Java projects needs explanation to understand actually. At least a minimum 2 days of explanation is required. Python not required. You can directly give the code to them, they can understand easily. Because readability is very high in Python, very low in Java and .NET. So I want to show, I want to prove this one. Yes, you write one Python program, give the Python program same thing to the Java guys, ask them to write in Java. Take these two programs and give it to any .NET developer. Meaning he should not be aware of both Python and Java. If you give these two programs, the guy can understand better Python than Java. Because the code readability is very clear. See, the in command. In is a command. Yes, you can understand. So readability is very nice in Python. So you can understand the code by just seeing the code. You will get the knowledge of code, 20% of the knowledge, 80% after deeper inside of the code, then you will understand. But Java not like that. Just 5% of readability. You don't understand until you execute the Java program. Next, fourth one is dynamic. So this is one of the features stopping me not to go to the Java projects. So second one, easy way of coding, yes, it is stopping me. And next one, next advantage, dynamic is also stopping me not to go to the Java projects. Actually, all programming language, I said, right, differences between static and, programming languages and scripting languages. This is the feature. Programming languages are static, scripting languages are dynamic. What is this thing? Let me take a small example on C language or Java language. So people who knows Java or C, can you please highlight your name, please? Java or C? I want to talk to you for 2 minutes. Anybody? Okay, this batch has a problem then. Okay, we need some 15 minutes of session to you so that you will talk in. I need 2-number addition. 2 numbers addition program. Anybody? Can you please give me? Rough code also.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
it's like a equal to 5 or b equal to 7. Then you can just print c equal to a plus b.
Complete in Java you cannot do, right? A equals to, I mean, first you need to create.
I'm from Python background, yes, not Java.
Yeah. I want Java code or C code, 2-number addition. Anybody, please?
I think I can still attempt in C. Is like you have to first declare the integer.
Yes, yeah. Int A equals to 10.
10 or initialize it with some value, yeah, and then yeah,
int b equals to yes, then int c equals to a plus b, then
B,
print
yes,
printf.
printf statement, and then you'll go to C.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So what this meaning? Int a give some value, int b give some value, then a plus b will be executed, c will be. Now let's say this code is something like browser, client open the browser, here a text box, b text box, here submit button. Client enter 4, client enter 6, then whenever he click on submit, this code is executing. Let's assume. So what this code is doing, the 4 will come here, the 6 will come here, then you are executing C, and then you are giving back to saying that total is 10. Let's assume client open the browser, 4.6, yes, he got 10, again open the browser. He has given 4.76. What is the expected output from? What is the expected output? 10.7. But this will give the error. Why?
Yes,
4.7 cannot fit into this variable. Why?
Integer value, yes.
Perfect. A is declared is what? Integer. Now client will send an email to the team saying that this code is not working for me when I enter the data as 4.7 and 6. Then manager will call you, what happened? Sir, I declared as integer, sir, that's why the problem has come. Okay, please change and give the hot fix. Hot fix meaning immediately deploy the build to the production. No need to wait. So what the guy will do now, change, he will change to
integer to float.
Now this code will work. Okay, now client is saying that same browser, A only, sorry, what we say? This is string 1, string 2, then submit. So if we say XYZ ABC, then you should get XYZ ABC. Now the same requirement for Java people. Now what Java people will do? Can you help me again? This code will work now for this task? No.
No.
Right? Because this is dealing the numbers. Now what is the next code Java people will write?
String
S is equal to question mark. String S2 is equals to question mark. Then what they do? String S3. They will do concatenation something. Then print S3. Right? This problem is coming to the picture in Java, in C, C++ or .NET because of static. What is the static, Srini? Because at the time of variable declaration, you are saying what this variable data type is. So before you are getting the value of for a particular variable, you are deciding what my variable is belongs to. But coming to the Python code, this feature is stopping me not to go to the Java points. What Python is saying that we are not following left to right, we are following right to left. Meaning you don't need to declare anything. Simply say A equals to B equals to C equals to A plus C, then print C. That's all. This is Java. This is Python code. This is Python code. Okay, now see. Now client enter the same browser concept. Same concept. See we discussed this topic. Now the browser. Now this is executing Python code. Let's assume executing Python code. Now submit. Now client enter 4. Client enter 6. Now 4 will come to A. 6 will come to B. Now After receiving the value, Python will decide, oh, A is integer, B is integer. Earlier is what we decided before value is getting, okay, A should be float, B should be float. We receive only the float values only. But this is dynamic. Dynamic meaning you give me the value, then based on the value, I will decide what is my data type. Now tell me, after receiving 4 and 6, what is the data type of A and B?
Integer.
Integer. This is before decided? No. After receiving the value, this will decide. Oh, A will be integer only. B will be integer only. Now again client opened the browser. He entered 4.6. Now what is the A data type now?
Float.
Float. Why? Because you given 4.6. Oh, A will become changed to, A will change to into float automatically. This is dynamic. Now tell me, this code can be used for the strings also?
Yes.
Yes. See, this is where I can reduce the code. See, here I have written 3, 4, 3, 4, total 8 lines of code. But here, with 4 lines of code, I am solving 2 tasks. The same code will work for strings also, because if you enter string, yeah, string value will come here, A will become string now. If you enter B value, B will come to this one, B will be string now. So
if you
yeah.
sorry to interrupt you, Srini. So
No
one question.
sorry, I don't like sorry, please. Don't need to say sorry. Interrupt me.
Okay.
I will take care. Yeah.
Okay. So in A, if you add a string value, let's say XYZ, but in B, if you put a integer or a float value, both variables are differently, like both values have different, both variables have different values now of different types.
Yes.
It would still do the A plus B, right?
But it will throw an error.
Okay, that's what my question was. It will throw, but it has to match, right? Otherwise, it will
It
throw
has
the
to
error.
match, right? You can add 2 strings or 2 numbers or 2 float values, 2 like that one. Plus operator is like that. Okay. But finally, we are receiving the code. We are achieving the code with 4 number of lines. That's all. It will do the same for strings. It will do the same for numbers. But Java people have to write the 2 set of codes. This is for numbers. This is for strings because of static. Very powerful feature. Any doubts? Now the next advantage. Memory.
So throughout Python, I don't need to use any words such as string or float or something like that, is it?
No, nothing. And yeah, let me add one more line because of your point. Okay, if you get any requirement from the client, the client sent an email with a document saying that do this task. You will have to talk to client for 1 hour or 2 hours to discuss about what is the data type of the variables. Because that is starting. You need to before itself you need to decide with client what data types I need to put for all these variables. In Python, not required. No need of discussion. Put any variable. Give the value. Based on the value, it will create the memory for the variable. So no worries. So there is no variable with like this in Python. Int A, int B, like that. No. Just start your code like A equals to B equals to C equals to this. No need to mention what data type of the variable A, what data type of the variable B, nothing. Not required. Clear? Any doubts?
No.
Okay. So next one is memory. So memory is an advantage in all the languages right now. People maybe if you go to Java anywhere, they don't talk memory as an advantage. They will explain about memory, but they will not explain memory as an advantage. But in Python, I have to highlight memory as an advantage in Python.
What is
What
memory?
is? Yeah, we will discuss now. Yes, what is memory? Okay, so let's start a small code in C language. Let's say you are executing this code in C language. What exactly happens internally? 11th line, what happens? Even in Java also, same thing happens. 11th line, what happens? Okay, anybody aware what is the difference between RAM and hard disk? What happens if you don't have RAM?
Hard disk is the storage. RAM is the read-only memory, right? So it will read the data from hard disk. It will
Hmm.
use it for the RAM, and it and performance wise also. Let's say we have the laptop. We have 2 GB RAM, and hard
Hmm.
disk is 512. But
Yes.
performance wise, it will be impacted. If we increase 8 GB RAM and same 512 GB hard disk, so that it will be performance wise it will be better while reading and writing or extracting data from hard disk. It will be more powerful, so it will be very faster, and uh, so uh, both are both independent, right? RAM and hard disk is only used for storage. RAM is for read the data to extract from the storage, and it will give more performance.
At what time RAM come into the picture?
When I click on the folder, while
Hmm.
opening the folder data, right, it will RAM come to picture. It will retrieve the related data from hard disk, RAM come to picture, right?
So whenever you are opening the file is located in hard disk, right?
Yes, yes.
Then system can directly go there and talk to hard disk itself, right? Why do we need RAM in between?
System, you mean system is nothing but a operating system, right?
Yes.
So operating system and hard disk RAM. So
Hmm.
yeah, operating system is nothing but a platform.
Yes.
There hard disk will be storage device. RAM will
Yes.
be RAM will be, it will read access only memory. It will read the data from storage, right? RAM
Why
and
do
access memory.
that will take time, right? That is a low, right? That is time consuming process. Why RAM has to read and come back? Why our system directly interact with the hard disk? Thank you. We need this type of discussions. Yeah. People who are silent, don't assume that you are doing very good. It's not correct. You need to talk because the same question, if they are asking as an interview, unfortunately, if the interview, this question come into the picture, you will be in big trouble. We don't know, right, whether interview is prepared or not. He may ask any question. He may start from advantages of Python. Can you give me advantage of memory? Then when you say RAM, then he will start. What is RAM? Your answer will become a next question for him. That's all. Based on your answer, he will prepare one more question for you. Right? So yeah, RAM is a connection. Yeah, we have a lot of stories and all. Yes, we need RAM because without RAM, your operating system cannot work. Now, just remove the RAM, just start the Windows system. Let's see what happens. Just remove the RAM in your laptop or anywhere. Just see, try to boot this laptop. Then first thing you will get it. What is the advantage of RAM? Okay, now, so whenever you execute this program, this is your RAM, maybe 1 GB or 2 GB. This is your program execution unit. Now the memory will be created for a variable. So this memory location may be 16 bytes. 16 bytes of memory will be allocated for A. The value will store here 10. So now B, same story. 16 bytes will be allocated 20. Now C, same 16 bytes will be allocated and C value will be stored. So after execution of 13th line, how many bytes of memory consumed in RAM? After execution of 11, 12, 13, how many bytes of memory consumed in RAM?
Same 16.
48. Yes or no? 316s, right? 48 bytes of memory is consumed.
Right.
Right. Now this is the code. You know, right? Websites, ICICI Bank website is there, or anything, any website is there. You know, right? They don't write code for each customer. The code is same. The values will be different based on the customers, right? So let's say 10,000 people are executing this code at a time. Or for the easiest way, let's say 100 people are executing this code. Now, how many units will be created here? How many? 100 units. So each unit will have the same thing with different values. I have hard coded actually, but in real time, this is it. Dynamically value will come like browser. From there it will read and so again 48 bytes, 48 bytes like that. So 100 into, let's say 1 lakh into 48. So 48 lakhs of bytes. Convert into 48 lakhs of bytes and then it will be MB then RAM. Now it is almost reaching the RAM size or not? I mean RAM size is decreasing now because RAM is already consumed with other memory. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. But after execution of this code, who will clear this memory? This is very important because the next request will not have the memory in the RAM. Once the code is executed, do we need this memory still?
No, you need to free it up.
You need to free it up, right? That is what every language people are, they have to take care of this one first because this is very, very important. If they are not cleaning up the memory, this will be in the RAM itself.
That is for globe GC, right? Garbage collector will clear the unused objects of
Yes, valid point. Do we have garbage collector in C language?
C, I'm not aware. I am just Java onwards. I know.
C language, there is no garbage collector. So that's why I have written C code actually here. Now, who will clean up this memory? So that's why C people have an instruction saying that once your code is executed, you need to do like this. After writing the C code, after whole execution is completed, developer only has to read all the variables, put it here and say has null. Null meaning cleaning up the memory. Now tell me, in a C program, 200 variables are used in that program. How many variables he has to put like this? 200 variables.
All right.
Now, Guido van Rossum, Python author. Oh, this is very, very bad for the developers. It is a big headache. It is a big headache. Let's not do this. Let it be as it is. Is it's a Python program? Let it be. Now, who will clean up the memory? Now, they introduced a component called, our friend said that that is in Java, but actually that is started in Python. That is garbage collector. GHMC, simple. So when our program execution is completed, garbage collector will come to the picture. He will clean up the memory. So the first advantage is what developer not to write any variables with null, and developer not to think about memory because garbage collector will take care of the cleaning of the memory. The same component is there in Java, but as I said, Java released after Python only. Right? Garbage collector is introduced in Python to clean up the memory. Srini, now then memory is an advantage in all the languages, yes, but apart from this, we have a powerful feature of memory. That is very powerful. Nobody is beating that actually. Yes, garbage collector is introduced in Java, .NET and everywhere, but that is okay. But the second advantage in Python with memory, nobody beating right now. It is impossible for them right now because of a lot of other constraints. They are not good developers. No, they are very good developers, but they cannot do this because of the lot of restrictions in their language. What is that in the second advantage? Second is very powerful. That's why I have added memory as an advantage. This is C code or Java code, anything. Now I'm writing Python code. This is Python code. That's all. Now, here how much memory will be consumed? Now D value will come 20, 30, 50, 60. Now 16 bytes, 16 bytes, 16 bytes, 16 bytes. Total how much memory consumed?
64.
64 bytes. Now come to Python, yeah, same story. 10, 20, 30. Okay, 60. So here also how many bytes? Same, 64 bytes. No difference. Now let's see. Now here A value same, B value same. So B is 10, C is 10. Yes, 64 bytes are consumed. So remember this diagram. I am removing now. So A is 10, B is 10, C is 10, D will be 30. Yes, still 64 bytes are consumed. Okay, now come to our Python case. Python has an internal algorithm which will deal the memory. Okay, what is that scene? 23rd line, what is there? 23rd line, what is there?
A is equal to 10.
A will be created, right? So 16 bytes are consumed. Now, what is the next line? 24th line? B equals to 10, right? Python has an internal algorithm which will check first, is there any value created with 10 already in the memory? Now tell me at the time of execution of 24th line, is there any value in the memory with 10?
Yes, we have already.
We have already, right? Now what Python will do, hey B, you also share the same memory location. Now 25th line, hey C, you also share the same memory location. Now D, 30. So total how many bytes are consumed now?
32.
32 bytes. That's a client is very happy.
Sorry for the interrupt. Can you?
No, sorry, interrupt is nothing. I don't like it. Let us start. Srini,
Okay.
stop
No,
it.
no.
I want this. Yes.
While I am interrupting you, so just yeah.
Ah.
You are comparing Python and the C language, right? So yeah, your good name, please, so that I will mention your name while raising the question.
Srinivas.
Yeah, Srinivas. You are comparing C language and Python, right? Can you compare
Yes.
Java and Python? Why? Because
Java is the same. I said right when I'm writing this code. I said any language.
no, why I'm saying now here for Java language for the same value 10 is 10 is value for A, B, C, right? In Java also you modify, it will refer the same to memory and just it will give the different reference number of 10 value, but memory is same.
But what data type Java support this? Will it support for all data types?
Sorry?
Will it support for all data types? Array list, linked list, hash table, hash map, int, string, float, double, all the string.
Yeah, there is each type there is a limitation, right? For integer,
No. The same memory location will be assigned to the all the variables if the value same in Java supports or not.
It will support, but data type should be same.
No, it won't support for all data types. It will support only for strings. Maybe numbers.
That's what I'm saying. Data type is same, then it will support. If data type is different, it will not support.
No. See, if data type different, Python also will not support, no.
In Python, you are not defining the data type here, right? Just you are defining A equal 10, B equal 10. Where is the data type?
If data type is different, how the value will be same? String and 10 are same? No, right? String meaning string, 10 is number. If data type is different, value will not be different at any cost.
I mean, value will be different. Value will be different, not same.
Value will be different, definitely. The statement is wrong. If the data type is different, then value will be different, definitely. If the data type is different, even Python also will not support that. What I am saying, this type of reference giving to these variables is possible in Java for strings. Maybe Java 8 onwards, maybe started supporting for numbers. That's what I said. No, everybody trying to achieve this functionality. But in Java, linked list, array list, hash map, hash table, impossible. They can't do this. But in Python, the algorithm will handle all the data types with this so that you will save a lot of memory. And why clients are now achieving Python? Because this memory. Because 512 GB RAM they can buy, no problem. But 512 GB hard disk they can buy, but they cannot put 512 RAM for it. And it is proved that Python projects can be running with 2 GB RAM also, but Java projects minimum 6 GB RAM is required. Yeah, someone asking something here. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the feature in Python. That's why I have included memory is a new advantage in Python. Yes, garbage collect is there in all the things, but this type of technology is not there right now. And I can prove in Python, but you cannot prove in Java. I can prove that this is showing the same memory location in Python, but Java it is problem. Okay, thanks guys. We'll meet tomorrow, same time. Thank you.
Srinivas, just one question. I was just lost the 3 sentences for at the time of RAM discussion. You have explained, but I was missed those points. Right? Can you explain again for RAM? Advantage and disadvantage. When what?
RAM, actually, I didn't explain anything about RAM actually, because that is a big story. Yeah, but don't worry, next batch is waiting. Tomorrow starting itself, I will start with RAM. Okay?
Yeah, it is fine. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Srinivas.
Yeah, thank you so much.